What up, squad? Ryan back with another video. So check this out, right? I noticed a lot of y'all been DMing me, leaving comments, and just with a lot of questions about, you know, your journey and your car purchase, and what you should and what you shouldn't do, whether this is a good idea, whether it isn't. And obviously you guys, I don't advise anybody to do anything. I'm not advising you guys. I'm just providing you my opinion on what I would do. Always keep that in mind. You know, Rod never advised you to do anything. Rod just gave you an opinion on what he thinks works based on the economy that we're in. But let's jump straight into it. I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about used cars because a lot of y'all reached out about the used car purchase. And I took time out of, you know, my week to go to a used car dealership or to a dealership that had used cars. And it's very, very interesting on how the used cars tie directly into, it runs parallel to a new car. And what I mean by that is the fees, the cost, and all the other things that they tack onto this used car that marks it up is pretty much equivalent to getting a new car that you can order yourself. So I'll jump straight into what I mean. And, you know, this is kind of like a story, so bear with me. You guys know I have to kind of explain it this way. So I went to the dealership the other day, and I was just shopping around for a used car. As I always told you in my other video, you never tell them that you're trading in a car. You never tell them that, you don't tell them anything. The only thing that you want to say to them up front is, I do not want you running my credit. I will be bringing in my own financing. That's all they need to know. Once they know that and they understand that any question revolving around pulling your credit and running your credit, they know it's out the window. They can't use that method to kind of persuade you into certain cars and things like that. Because believe it or not, when they ask you to run your credit, that's actually a tactic of theirs to kind of lock you into certain things. You know, if I sat here and I run my credit with you guys run it about 15 times to 15 different lenders. I don't want to go to the next damn car dealership and let them run the same credit, right? So I feel like I'm stuck with having to deal with you in order to get what you have on your lot. That's why it's important not to let them run your credit. Please do not let them run your credit. So back to the story. So I get to the dealership. The first thing I tell them is, hey, listen, I'm looking at used cars. I see you guys had a nice Scat Pack here. It's a Charger Scat Pack. It's a 2018 Charger Scat Pack. It had almost 30,000 miles on it. I'm coming here. I want to look at it. And, you know, let's see what numbers we can work out. But before we look at anything about this car, I will not step foot in there to look at this car until you understand that I do not want you running my credit. You will not run my credit, and I will bring in my own financing. So the sales rep guy, he goes, cool. So we go inside and we look at the car, test drive it. You can kind of tell when it comes to these cars, a lot of these cars really been used heavily. Some of them, this one in the case was the case that it was used very heavily. And so I told him to tell me a little bit about the car. Show me the Carfax. How many previous owners, you know, owned this car? And just pretty much give me any information that's just not visible on the paperwork or that invoice right there. So the first thing was they were selling the car as is. But this is what's funny. They had an option to add certified pre-owned to this car. Now, most dealerships you go to, they will qualify a car as certified pre-owned or not based on the damage of the car, the mileage, and things like that, you know, and how it falls under the factory warranty. Well, this car here didn't necessarily fall under that category, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit because he was trying to persuade me into, oh, we can make it certified pre-owned. We're going to have to charge you an extra $595. So we're like, what? $595? What is a $595? $595. You're going to charge me $595 to make this car a certified pre-owned? That doesn't make sense. So let's talk a little bit about that, right? Again, like I just mentioned, a lot of these cars come as certified pre-owns at some dealerships, and other ones just don't qualify for it. The fact that he's willing to throw a certified pre-owned tag onto this car that I had to pay for didn't make sense to me. So hey, this is what they did. So So what they did was, it's an extended warranty for the car that they tagged certified pre-owned, and that's why you're paying for it, right? It's a discounted extended warranty. I did my research and I told them, tell me the difference between the certified pre-owned and an extended warranty. He couldn't really tell me the difference. It was a line by line. So the difference is, they're offering you an extended warranty through the dealership and they're charging you for it. Something that they probably already have on the car, or the car never fell out of warranty and things like that. So there's a little bit more research I got to do into that, right? So I don't want to speak wholly on that because there's definitely more research that I have to do on that. But check this out, right? So we talked a little bit about that, and I told him, I said, hey dude, yo, this is bullshit. That's not gonna work. You're not gonna get that out of me. I'm not paying you $5.9. He said $5.95. I'm not paying you $5.95 for anything. So I was like, all right, tell me more about the car. And he proceeds to tell me 30,000 miles. It's the 2008, and they want 46 for the car. They wanted 46K. Now, you guys remember I told you that they've been marking these cars up due to the market, right? Production is low. A lot of these dealerships do not have these cars on the lot, so they are marking these cars up. But this is how he threw a bone in. He's like, hey, but we have an in-house rebate or sell where we're gonna knock off 4,000. I'm like, oh really? He's like, yeah, we're gonna knock off 4,000, so we're gonna knock it down to 42. In my head, I'm like, okay, that's good. You know, that's one of the cheaper ones I've heard. But then he circled back to tell me, yeah, but there's other things that we have to consider as well. And I'm like, so what is the final price before it's tax, titles, fees, and out the door? Before we talk about the out the door price, which is tax, titles, and fees, what is that price for the car before we tack on the extra 4,000 to 5,000? He goes, so it's 42 right now, and then we have an administrative fee that's about $700. Administrative fee? What is an administrative fee? Like, isn't that tied into the tax, titles, and fees? Like, what is an additional administrative fee? Then he goes, there's also a prep fee. So I asked him, explain to me, what is a prep fee? Oh yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and top off all the fluids, do an inspection of the car. I said, so you're telling me that you're selling the car that you haven't even fully inspected? He's like, no, we did. We're just gonna go back and top off. I said, bro, that doesn't make sense. You're providing maintenance on the car that you should have done already, but you're gonna charge me for that maintenance? And I said, by the way, how much is that? He said, oh, that's just another like $700-800. I said, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Like, that doesn't make sense. You want to charge me an administrative fee that should be tied into the tax, titles, and fees, and then you want to charge me a service fee for topping off and making sure that the car is okay with the fluids and stuff like that. That doesn't make sense. So we're looking at an additional maybe $1,200 to $1,300 on top of that. I said, so the real price here with those two added in is about back to 33, 34. I mean, not 33, sorry, about 43, 44-ish. He's like, yeah. And then I was like, well, is there any other fees that you guys want to, you know, make me aware of? And he's like, oh, no, that's just that. That's just that. And then, you know, you have the tax, title, and fees. And then there may be like another fee here and another fee there. So at this point, I don't even want to look at no paperwork, right? In my mind, I can't process the three fees, right? The extended warranty, that's technically, they're calling it a certified pre-owned. You have to pay $600 for that. You have to pay another $7, I don't know what the number was. I got irritated and I forgot. But between $700 and $900 for a service fee to top off your fluids. Bullshit. And then you have another administrative fee that should be tied into tax, titles, and fees, right? So we're looking at maybe 15 to $2 grand. That's just, my math is off right now. Don't quote me on it. But it's more about the story than it is the math, right? So I'm in the dealership and I'm giving them a hard time now. Now at this point I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I said, listen, I understand that you have a job, but I also want you to understand that how the hell are y'all charging people for stuff that should come as is on the car? This doesn't make sense. I said, can you explain this to me? And he was like, well, this is just what we do here. We've been selling cars like this for the longest. Oh, wait. There's a fourth one. This dude, he said there was a $600 service and delivery fee. That's what it's called. It's not a service fee. It's a service and delivery fee. So the service was to top off the fluids, make sure the car was good. And there's a damn delivery fee. So I asked him, I said, how are you delivering this car? Where the car going? If I'm coming to pick it up, how are you charging me to deliver the car? And if there's a delivery fee, well, I want you to take this car to California for me because I'm going to be over there on vacation or whatever. I just do something at him. He's like, no, it's not that kind of delivery fee. It's just us prepping the car and getting it ready for you and handing it off to you. I said, are you stupid? Are you, you as a salesperson, you're okay with this? Then I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I said, are you guys an official authorized Dodge, dealership? He's like, no, we're not, but we are. And we kind of make up our own policies here. I said, you make up your own policies. I said, wow. Okay. Now this is getting interesting. So I'm like, all right, cool. It is what it is. You make up your own policies. So I'm like, so tell me more about the car, right? The more he talks, the more he sounds ridiculously dumb. I'm sorry. He just sounds dumb. So I pull him to the side. I'm like, hey, listen, man, I know you're just doing the job, but we're not buying this car, man. Because at the end of the day, the price currently is at maybe $46,000, right? And that's without tax, titles, and fees, right? Between $45,000 and $46,000. And that's without tax, titles, and fees. But then you got to tie those tax, titles, and fees into that. So you got to bake that into the price in order to get you out the door. So I asked him, I said, so you're talking about we're about to pay $50,000 for a 2018 Scat Pack with 30,000 miles on it. I said, that's a brand new Scat, wide body. You can go buy a brand new wide body Scat Pack for that price. He's like, yeah, well, I think it's better to, order new. I said, okay, so tell me about ordering new. He said, well, before we can order new, we got to run your credit. I said, what? He said, we need to make sure that you're qualified for this purchase. I said, that's not how this works. You don't tell me you need to run my credit in order for me to purchase a car. I said, that's what the down payment's for. You tell me what the down payment is for, and I put the down payment is. It's a non-refundable down payment unless otherwise stated and you guys sign off on it. Other than that, why the hell are you telling me you're going to run my credit? He's like, oh, well, that's just our policy. I said, if I'm bringing my own finance, why would I then let you run my credit? He's like, oh, well, if you're doing that, then we're just going to need a significant down payment before we can order a car. I said, significant? What's significant? Oh, well, we may need 40 to 50% down. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? So, hey, guys, listen, I don't want I really don't want this video to be that long. I know we're probably at the 13-minute mark by now. But the moral of this story is be careful where you're going to buying these cars from. There are some shade tree people out here. Some of these businesses, these dealerships are shade tree. They don't play nice. They don't follow the rules. And they're out here taking additional money from people. Make sure you do your I tell you guys this all the time. Make sure you do your research. Understand your position of power and ask the right questions. Because I'll tell you this, after me asking him all of those different questions, he knew that there was no way in hell he was going to get over on me. And he's like, hey, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. You might want to go somewhere else because the way we do things here is a little different. But your best bet is to go somewhere else and buy a car. He knew that from the beginning, but his job was to sell me the car. So again, I want y'all to just pay very, 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 very close attention to the details and what's being said. There's no such thing as a delivery fee on a car that is not, one, ordered brand new, and a car that's not being shipped to you. If you're picking up that car from the dealership, what the hell is a delivery fee? Also, what is a service fee? They're charging you to top off stuff. And I'm sure they come up with a whole bunch of different things and they try to charge people for it to make up for that loss, right? Because I'm sure they had to pay for these things to get them done when the car was traded in. Like I said, the car looked heavily used and I'm sure they had some work to do with it. So what they do is they try to draw up BS line items in the contract or the invoice to get you to pay for that stuff, which makes them break even or close to breaking even. You know, their net loss is low compared to their income. with the revenue. So yeah, like I said, don't want to make this video too long. I do want to, you know, put y'all on game. I want y'all to understand to do your research out here. Like I said, if you're watching this video, like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bells on, and share this video. There are so many people hitting me up about, you know, the process of buying a car, whether they want to trade it in and they want to do that. I'm actually getting people that's not even Dodge owners that wants to know about it. So my next video that I'm going to post when I'm speaking about purchasing a car is going to be about the Mustang. A couple guys hit me up on, hey, what is the cheapest you think you can get the Shelby GT500 Shelby for? And I'm doing research right now, so be on the lookout for that. If you are a Mustang buyer, and it's just not even Mustang, if you are in the market to buy a car, shoot me a comment below. Tell me if you want me to review Tesla. Tell me if you want Ford, GMC, Chevy. Obviously, you already know I'm all over Dodge's back. I'm sure a lot of these dealerships don't like me as it is, but it is what it is. And yeah, leave a comment below telling me, you know, what dealership or what brand you want me to go in and see if I can get the car for the cheapest price. I don't mind going into these dealerships and exploiting these dealerships for the shade trees that they are. I feel like it's a justice being served for all of us, financial justice being served for all of us here that's out in the market that's just not educated on how to go ahead or how to go about buying a car and speaking the right language with these guys and girls or whoever's selling you the car. So hey, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bells on, share this video. There's a lot more people that needs to see these videos. I'm dropping gems. I'm bringing it to y'all. I'm bringing y'all life experiences and real life interactions and with these dealerships. So go ahead, man, tap in with me. Let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know, specifically let me know. I mean, specifically if you were in the same shoes I was just in when it comes to buying a car. If you went into a dealership and they pulled the same kind of stunt on you, let me know. Now, no, I'm not going to drop the name of the dealerships. I'm not into getting, you know, that deep into things. This is more so for educational purposes because these businesses are a dime a dozen and we want to make sure that we go in there with confidence. Like I said, this video shouldn't have been this long, but I'm out. Peace.